Hi and welcome to another Monday art journaling video. And if you don't know me, my name is Wilna Furstenberg, and I live in Canada, and I work in 4 art journals all at once. So I'm using an amazing product called Liquitex acrylic inks. You can see how lovely the inks are. This is a beautiful green. And I'm going to just start off by painting some green on my page. And this is Strathmore Journals. And I actually did prime the journal page with gesso. And now I'm going to continue. But I missed a couple of steps here. I think for some reason my camera didn't film. So basically what I did, you can see here, I painted with white acrylic ink in white at the top, and then I added some black at the bottom. So, and just let those dry. So it's not really rocket science what I missed to record in video. I'm really sorry about that. But sometimes my cards fill up, and you go like 6 steps and then you realize, oh my goodness, it didn't film. So it does happen. And this is a package that I got from Michael's. It has like 4 stencils in it, but they are very fine. And I'm using the one with the flourishes, and actually I'm going to use this one quite a few times. And now I'm just going to take my knife and just add some texture to my page. So I think, one thing that I came to realize and enjoy tremendously in art journaling lately is just the idea of layering. You know what? It's not really about what you put on your page first. I mean, in the end, you know what you do first might not even be seen at all, but in the end, it's about the process. And just remember this. And even if you don't like, how my page turned out, what I can say to you is that it was an incredibly valuable process for me, because these pages that I made them in beginning of March. And so the past weekend, I worked on other projects for my spring collection. And let me tell you, the exercises that I got, or the creativity, that happened on these pages are coming through on those pages. And I can see how it's just going to get more beautiful and beautiful, with every single bunch of work that I do. And it's because you take the risk, you plunge into something, and that is what art journaling is all about, and I can totally get it. Of course, not every page is going to be everyone's favorite. I particularly absolutely love this page, but I don't know, maybe I'm clairvoyant, but I can almost be certain there's going to be a lot of people that doesn't like it, and that's going to be fine. That's really fine. The point is not really to make a page that is so appealing to everyone, but more it is to exercise creativity, and it's like doing yoga. Yoga, yeah, it sometimes takes years to perfect a yoga posture, so it's not in the perfection, it's absolutely in the practice. That's where the joy is. It's in the practice, and only after you practice like 1,000 times do you sometimes get it. Okay, so while I was talking, it's almost like listening to music. Not that I'm musical in my voice, but anyway, I hope you saw what I did. Painted with red acrylic paint, pink ones, and now I wish I would focus my camera. And then I added some black splatters right in the middle, and now I'm painting with Prussian blue and a very small brush. That's one thing that I've come to like a lot. is working with a really small brush, and then sometimes a bigger brush too, obviously. So I'm just adding a touch of blue here and there, and it's almost like, the markings tell you where you should go next. It's not, there you go. Thank you for focusing the video. Yeah, it's such an intuitive process, but it's so worth it. And that's one thing that I think that for creative people, these art journals are absolutely gold. It's like yoga practice for your creative soul. And it's really not about doing it perfectly, but just doing it, because you're never going to get there if you don't do it. And I think a lot of people also think that creativity is so much about talent. And don't get me wrong, yes, it probably is, but I think a higher truth is that creativity is way more about practicing than it is about talent. People often tell me, you're so talented, and I appreciate their words and the sentiment of it. But you know what? Do you know what's the truth? That I've been cultivating a creative life for 20 years. So yeah, of course I'm going to be more skilled in some ways than someone else, just because I've been doing it for a long time. The same with something like Photoshop. How do you get good with working Photoshop? Is by working it. I can't begin to tell you how many hours I spent learning things online and Googling and watching tutorials, and it's hard work to be creative. But now, so my dog rudely interrupted my train of thought there. I was saying that being creative is hard work, but I think that's the reason why, I love to do the YouTube tutorials. I love to do the classes. I love to do the workshops. It's because I really believe that I made the mistakes so that I can teach you not to make it. You know what I mean? And, I know at work, I've thrown away 1,000 pieces of cardstock because something didn't work out. I don't always show you the disasters. But also, I think I'm there to encourage you to be creative and to make the mess. And who cares if this one page in your art journal is not your favorite? Which I just want to say, I love this page, and it really is one of my favorites, But I think it's very busy, and it's incredibly layered, and that's fine, I don't even remember what I did on it, so watching it is an actual surprise for me. Today is March the 21st, and I'm working. I worked the whole weekend, so I'm just narrating this video before I want to post it on my blog. So I'm using some molding paste, and I'm just going to add a couple of words here and there. I created this stencil with the silhouette cameo, and I actually used the silhouette transfer. It's like a plastic, and it's especially to create stencils with. So this way that you can use it over and over again. And I love the stencil, and I made it for the 16 Ways to Love workshop. And I think I'm going to be working with it a lot, because it's not so much the words that's on there, but I love the texture of the words, But anyway, so yeah, painting with white a little. And this is acrylic paint. And you can see how I'm working around the markings that's already there. So almost incorporating them. And I'm just creating some space, white space on my page. Just a little bit of calmness, because it sure is incredibly busy. But the process of this page was enormously gratifying. And And I remember this is the reason why I started to scrapbook in 2003, so it's 13 years ago. It's because I was able to make a work of art on 12 by 12 page in an hour. And you know what? Being used to painting paintings and knowing that it usually takes, a week or 2 weeks, to create a painting, it was so wonderful to be able to do something for my children and just an hour, and then you're done. And now I'm moving into this art journaling thing, and I'm incorporating it more and more and more into my scrapbooking. And all of a sudden, it's even more fine art that I can do on scrapbook layouts, and incorporating my kids. So it's just absolutely amazing. To me, it's like a gift, So I'm very excited to share with you. I made 4 more art journals this weekend, and they're lighter. I didn't use any black on them. And then I also made 8 scrapbook layouts, that 4 of them are exclusive with the spring collection. So if you buy my spring collection on iHeartStudio, you will get those 4 videos exclusive. And then 4 more I'll share on my blog and YouTube, So thank you so much for watching. You can view the final page on my blog. And this was more very philosophical, right? And I hope you understood what I did, because I didn't really tell you. So I'll see you Wednesday with a new video. Bye.